Hey, what's up, everybody? This is just a little bit of a, WFSO report, Bucks edition. So, there were some things that I wanted to do that I saw yesterday and today and never got the chance until now. So, you see all these some of these YouTubers, social medias, and some of these the sports media. I would say, well, I don't know why I call them media, but this is ESPN, Fox, or people that's in the news and blah 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 blah. So it's like most of them, they was like, okay, let's get rid of let Giannis should get traded. Like, please, Giannis, demand a trade. You done enough for Milwaukee. Get out of there. BS. Cause like, cause I mentioned in another video that like it seems like more that international players are more loyal to their team than American players. I wouldn't say all of them. I would say most American players are mainly, loyal. So we can't help it, some people, some of these owners like the Lakers are always trying to build a super team. And I don't care what y'all say, it did started with them a long time ago when the league probably started, with the likes of like, oh, we can't get this player, Will Chamberlain and stuff like that, because they're a big market team, they can buy blah blah blah. So it's like, stop expecting everybody to go to like a big market team. They're gonna make him a star. He's already a star. He's like the top three players in the NBA in this decade. So it's just like y'all want to feed y'all satisfaction for seeing him to go somewhere else, and you think like small market teams ain't nothing but a bunch of crap. San Antonio Spurs, small market team, 5-time world champions. Y'all didn't complain about that, and they're a small market team. I'm trying to think of other small market teams. I know Charlotte is a small market team, but yeah, they haven't won anything yet. And let's see who else. I'm trying to think some more teams that's like small market. Not Detroit, but not Atlanta. With him now, I've dropped it. Do you know what I mean? But then I'm trying to think. I think Indiana is another one, and Sacramento is a small market too. And look, they was in the play-in. And don't check like co-owns the Sacramento Kings, and he's more worried about when it comes to like being an analyst. He's worried about the same thing, like you should go to a better team. Because you went from team to team to team because you ain't happy. Like, really? It's just like, seriously, like, come on. Oh, God. Okay, so I'm going to read this. It was somebody that posted it, and that's why you see my Arthur Smith page. I said this. And it says, after Milwaukee Bucks fell in the first round of the playoff for the third straight year, many are wondering about the star forward Giannis Antetokounmpo's future with the franchise, which more around, going to say something. So, yeah. Anyway, so this change in, yep, Alyssa Blick's return. That's good. About to say, hopefully they keep her around. Just have no short stint that she had, unless they gave her like time off. So that's good. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. So it was rumored that Alexa Bliss was gonna be there tonight, and you know what? I'm glad she's there. So well, after she said that, you can imagine. It's really good. Oh my God. I was already feeling completely lost as it is. I think they said that she was WWE Women's Champion, then WWE World's Champion, which the time she was around, they did the Raw Women's Champion, the SmackDown Women's Champion. They need to correct that.
Because he wanted to hear
But then again, that's people for you. But anyways, back to this. However, ESPN's Jamal Collier reported that there's a belief that Antetokounmpo will be content to stay with the Bucks and continue his partnership with star Damian Lillard, which we know Damian Lillard will be out for most of next season because torn ACL. Multiple sources have indicated to ESPN throughout the season that Antetokounmpo remains happy in Milwaukee. See, remains happy. So some of you YouTubers and some of you social medias, ESPN and Fox, well, I know ESPN. Someone will talk about I'll say some of the analysts in ESPN and the analysts on Fox. There, y'all can go suck a fat one and shut up. Anyways, multiple sources indicated ESPN throughout the season that Antetokounmpo remains happy in Milwaukee, that he deeply respects Lillard and was pleased with the progress they made as a duo. So yeah, they was a good duo. And I think, this past season, they had a better connection than they did last year. Despite, Damian Lillard being like the best second option that Giannis ever had. And it's like the same thing with this year. Like, Damian Lillard had the same numbers. Around 25 points a game. So the same thing as last year.
What do you want me to do when your money drops? He said, well, when you can, our money's supposed to drop on the 1st and the 15th. Can you try and make sure my bills are up to date?
Let's see.
No problem.
Yeah, they was higher in scoring twosome in the NBA. Yeah. Averaged 58.4 points per game and helped rally Milwaukee from a 2-8 to win the NBA Cup in December. Which some fans forgot. They did win the NBA Cup. But then again, you're going to have some fans that be like, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. As long as it's in the NBA and they added that, it counts. And it matters. If it's team, let's just say next season, Milwaukee will end up winning it the second time, like back to back. They'll say something then. I don't know. It's just some people just really just need to look at other things before they try to jump to conclusions. Like, oh yeah, he's gonna get traded. Like, oh my God. Okay, so there's more news about that. So they somebody had made off-season game plan about the Bucks. We're gonna look at that in a minute. But this was up earlier today. So the full thing I did see, but they just showed this part. So Giannis was like when people there were some people talking about Giannis may be traded or Bobby Portis ain't feeling the team, he might opt out. So Giannis put up, don't worry about me. What you doing, Bobby? You're staying or leaving? So he did it. Bobby Portis did an emoji, just crying. So I think he either like cry laughing or whatever. But kind of like making fun of the media, which they always think they know everything. It just don't make any sense. Just unbelievable. Just some of these people. It's just like I said, if a player is like, if a team is loyal to the player will be loyal to them. So, yeah, it's just crazy. So, I'm going to try to go to this. I don't know if they're going to let me sign an Instagram because they mostly want, like, Instagram on your phone.
And I told him, and he's like, okay. He said, I got it, Mom. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh, God. See,
and then she was
I hate that. I really hate that.
Received my letters yet? You need to ask him if he received my letters yet.
It's like they just really need to
I sent out letters to him. Did you even send him?
Oh God.
Bitch, I sent him 2 letters a week. I've just sent him.
I'll just keep your light here. So okay.
So that he can buy sun lotion.
The NBA Trade Center came up with the idea, trading scenarios and.
He looks like a shiny freaking lollipop. I swear to
I don't know. I thought this was a full thing, but it probably is. It says the scenarios obviously differ in opinion. This offseason is about trying to create the most competitive team possible around Giannis. Of course. So,
It's
So
wonderful.
they
It was
said this.
wonderful. He was good
Hired
laugh.
Taylor Jenkins.
And I told
We are not
Robert,
sure if
and
Doc
he's
Rivers
like,
is
you could
coming
hear
back,
the eye roll
but if
from. He's like,
he's
yeah,
not,
I got
the
it.
Bucks should target Taylor
And she
Jenkins.
then messaged me
Um,
literally 2 hours later. Yeah,
I
she
wouldn't be
messaged me like two
upset if they
hours
would have
later
fired
saying,
Doc and got a new
I
coach,
spoke with
but
Robert briefly. He
I'm
said
just
we'll
going with
get
common
one
sense
situation
and
sorted out.
facts.
I
Doc
apologize
Rivers
for
ain't going
bothering
anywhere.
you. I'm
He
like,
still got two
fine.
more years in his contract. Kind of same thing, they still
When she
paying
was over,
Adrian Griffin
because I
for
did actually have
two
a
more
birthday with
years.
her, girls and Jace.
So
This was before
and
she
they just
did
got
the whole
finished
batshit
done
crazy
paying
thing.
Mike Budenholzer, which now
And
the Suns is gonna
you
owe
know,
him money because they fired him.
I can honestly say she's one of those
Was
very,
it like
very gentle parents.
late last month they
That
fired
don't
him?
do that. No, it's okay. Just don't do
So
that.
yeah, he's
Mom's
still
just
getting
don't do
paid
that. No, don't do
from
that.
Phoenix.
And
Got done getting paid by the Bucks,
AJ's
but now
roughhousing with Jace because Jace
get
knows the
played by the
seniorities there. He gets thrown
y'all get what I
around, he
mean.
gets
But
tackled, slammed on the bed,
like
pinned, played
I'm not
against
against them getting like Taylor
roughhouse.
Jenkins. Maybe that'd be a good thing.
And she was like,
We don't
he don't
know.
need to be too rough. He
It's like
needs
we
to
ain't gonna know until
he
it
needs
actually
to
happens and we
tone that
see
down. And I'm like,
things
he's
happen
fine.
for ourselves.
He's perfectly
So
fine. Yeah, but he's
and
been a bit
when he was
quiet.
coaching,
I was like, oh my,
Memphis, they done a good job, beating the Bucks.
oh my god.
So
And so
I think
then
the last win that they
they
have
had
against
another
Memphis was
another
not
surge
even
of
when John Morant was out because they were still getting beat by the
where
Grizzlies
another
because they
bunch
had
of
a good
messages
coach.
came through, and they started coming
So I
through
guess my
like
thing
fast,
is
like
like
I want to
it's
say it
like a
was like
wait and
11,
see.
30, 12.
So
So
we
it's
don't
just
know.
like blocking the numbers,
So
blocking the numbers as
the
they come
we
through.
already know they
And
extended John Horst. So I thought
I
they
said to
maybe they would have
her,
let go of
I
John
screenshotted
Horst.
her and I said,
Then
"Have
maybe
you
put
texted any
Doc
more
Rivers up
numbers?"
there
And she
as
said,
either
"No, by
GM
the
or
way, they
president
did,
of
and I said,
basketball
just checking."
operations. Like
And then
upgrading him to
she
that
said to me
because
about a letter
he
she
ain't a
wrote
good
to
coach, but
Robert.
he got a
And she
good
said, "There's
basketball
this
mind.
for me." She said
So
that Robert said that you
although
told
that
him
probably would
that
have
he
been a
was
better
going
fit
back
for Doc
before we
Rivers.
went to
Just have
Vegas.
him be up there,
And I said,
with
"Yes,
the
I did." And she said,
As
"Oh,
GM,
I can't wait for him to tell
not
me
like a
what
coach.
you said." And I said, "That's none of your
But
business." Said
like I
that
said,
letter
Game
was
Five
sent
really
to you by
surprised me that he did like
well,
adjustments in
that's
was
all
it
that I
Game Two,
have the
Game
right
Three or
to know.
something? It
I'm
was
like,
Game Three.
sir,
He did
no, you don't.
adjustments.
You have no right to
Then
know.
Game Five he did another adjustment.
Well, why wouldn't you
But
share with me?
some of the
Because it's
things were
between
it
you
was
and
just
I.
bad because like should put like the right people in. Just like you can't always
This
rely
letter
on
wasn't. I
veterans all
mean,
the time. You got to have some young
it's
players like see
Monday,
what they
and
got and
please send some
go
of
from
that hot
there.
weather up here because it's freaking cold again.
So
Type letter. It was telling
but
him how
that's
proud
me,
I was
and
of
I know
him
if
as a
y'all agree,
mom.
y'all agree. If y'all don't, y'all
How
don't.
I know he faced
Um,
some,
so
challenges growing up. And I'm
oh,
sorry
okay, he
if I
should be a
didn't
stable
do
option for long-term
the
future in
best that I
Milwaukee.
could, but I
Well,
certainly
we thought he'd be a
tried to.
long-term
It
future
was
in
one of those
Memphis,
letters where you
and
want to acknowledge
see what
everything your
happened.
child's been through.
It's like one of those
Apologize
things
for
you
any
never know.
mistakes you've made as a parent, but let them know how
That
proud
was a
you
nice
are
move.
of them.
Um,
And I wanted
then
him
the
to
other
hear this,
thing
and AJ put in a little
they
thing
put
for
in,
him too. And
um,
to me,
trading
that's
for
between
R.J.
me and
Barrett.
him.
Bucks need another ball
And when
handler,
she
and
did it,
after
well,
a
I have
failed
the
attempt
right
at
to
Kyle
know.
Kuzma. I know some of y'all ain't
And
gonna agree with this, but
yeah,
I would give Kyle Kuzma one more season
my thing is this is
and
like she told me
work with
this
him
a
in the
while
off
ago,
season.
and
It's
my
like
thing
what
was
they can't
always,
do that.
I said I'm
Work
fine.
out with him in the
You
off
don't
season.
listen
Make
because it
work with
doesn't work
Giannis
anyway. I
or
said she like will hash it
have
out with me,
have like the
and
staff
she's like,
like
well,
work with
I
him.
don't know if she feels threatened by me. I said she
Cause it's a
doesn't, and I'm like,
possibility, he can probably can play better, and cause I admit, have like at least like two
well,
turnovers a
I
game,
don't think that
and
her
maybe more than
and
that.
people to be
And
around. And I
his
said,
3-point
well,
shooting is
I
up and
said
down.
Barry can
Just
get
put it
a
like
bit
that. It was
loud.
up
I
and
said,
down.
but
Like having the on the off
Kakarot
switch
to me is in the right
and like trying
place.
to attack the
I
paint.
said, and Alina, I
It was
said, I've
like
been on my Alina's. I said, that's family right there. Oh,
it's like half of the time
because
he
my
does
thing is
great, and half of the
this:
time he
you have
you
done,
know
you and Simo have
botches
done
and
absolutely
stuff.
nothing to me.
It's
Simo
like,
nearly scared me
you
off to death when he
serious?
came out the garage one day where he works. I was at the bus stop.
It's like
And he's like, oh,
I
yeah,
can
I
understand
but
some
get me
people
a hug. I
upset
said,
with him,
oh,
but it's
the
like
bus stop. Okay, thank God.
just give him a full
but
season next year
but it's like
and go from there. Or If you want to, ooh, that's a nice car.
Yeah,
So's that one. They both look the same,
right.
but light blue and I was gonna say colorful one. But
And
anyways, like I said, trading trading for R.J. Barrett.
right.
But I was on like Kyle Kuzma, so I would
And that's
say,
what
you
Kuzma
know what?
sounds like
Give him
as
like
well.
a half a season next year.
Well, was like.
See what he does off
And this
season
is
if
my
he's
thing. I
like work
pointed
out
out
his
to him.
game
I
and
said,
stuff
you
like
know
that.
what? I said,
So he does
Alina is
that
Auntie Alina
and
because
improves.
I
Yeah,
said
why not?
Uncle Scott.
Keep
I
him
said
there.
that's family, right?
So
She went, well,
R.J.
how
Barrett.
well do you know him? I said, know him
So
well enough
how
that my
in the
grandson
world?
knows him. I said, I
Oh,
don't need to know
Charlotte.
anything else.
So it's like, how in the world will Toronto
Right.
Raptors give up R.J. Barrett for Kyle Kuzma?
Right.
Like, it's like, how can
And
that
this is
work?
the thing. The day that we were there at the pool and he saw Scott. Oh,
It's like,
that was his
seriously, like,
buddy. Oh, come
how
on
can
now.
that
The two
work? But
ran leagues
before we
together. That
go
was
on
his
to that,
buddy.
I'm gonna way to go Cleveland. Keep it going. So let me move this here. Where is that? There it is. NBA trade and cap manager. So let's go to that, and
And this is the
I
thing.
think I can move this
And
back now.
when
So
she was saying,
like they
oh,
already
Gary,
up for next
I heard
season.
about
So if you
Gary
want
and
to do
Lena, and I
like
said, all right,
accurate like
a lot
NBA
of Gary
trades and
was from. I said
NFL
she's
trades
got
as
her
well,
guard up.
or and plus they got a
And
draft
stuff like that.
like do
It's
the
like,
NBA draft thing on here.
keep
So
her guard up.
that was a new feature that they
And
had
I
it in
go,
here last year,
do you
and I
believe
did
the
something like
purpose
that.
behind it? And I said,
Just
well,
did it
let's
for
put it
fun,
this way. I said, when a creepy
and
ass
yeah,
asshole who I
I
know
actually
decided to
enjoyed
get
it.
on our
So
thing, I was in Alina's inbox, Scott's
let's do
inbox,
this.
and her inbox saying, you
Let's
need
see.
to watch
Okay,
this dude.
Milwaukee Bucks,
I said,
and let's
that's my
go
girl there.
to
That's my family.
Toronto,
And I
which
don't think that
I
went down
guarantee
very
that they
well.
are not going to do
And
this
I don't
trade.
care because at the end of the
They
day,
actually, are probably willing to
come
give
and talk
Kyle
to me
Kuzma,
about me before you introduce yourself to me.
to see where he is.
And it was like, he
Of
was like,
course,
oh,
being off the books, so some of the free
she's
agents,
so cool, and Scott's really cool
and you
too,
see,
and we
a
did
few
this, and we
players,
did that, and it was
Kevin
like,
Porter, Pat Connaughton, and Bobby
okay,
Porter's got player
and
options.
they want to meet you as well, and
Well, we
tell
know
you
most likely
about
Pat
it,
Connaughton will
and
probably will
it's like,
accept his player option,
okay, and then, when I would say
and
to him, well, you
we're
were,
hoping
oh,
Kevin
Alina
Porter
did
Jr.
this,
will
and he
accept
was
his
like,
player option.
well, I was with Alina and
But I
Scott,
guess
and
like with
he was
Bobby
like, oh,
Porter's
cool. I said, that's
it's look
bullshit
like
because
after that
that's why they're home.
chat on
And then he's
X.
like, no, he said, that's my
um
home too, and
Yeah, he'll. I think most likely he looked like he's going to stay and accept his player option.
and
So
that was the other
hopefully
thing.
he does.
I was told, don't mention
I
Miguel
don't forgot. I
Castro.
thought Dame.
Then
Was it
Miguel
Dame Brooke
was,
and Pat Connaughton and like
I
the
want to say has said
three
some not
oldest
so
players
nice
in there.
things about Robert,
I'm not
but then
counting
backed
Torian
it
Prince
up.
yet because I know he
But
just
yeah, that's
turned
my little brother
41 this
right
year.
there. It's
I'm
like,
31. Yeah,
hey,
sorry.
I've got
I don't
to,
know why I said 41, but
you
if I
know,
did, I apologize.
trying to keep my mouth shut because I didn't want to
Like I said
snap.
with
Um,
Torian
and
Prince,
I've actually got to get
he
home
was good in the
because
beginning,
he
and
came into Robert's
at
club
one
when I
point,
was there
they
for
have
the
him
first
starting a
time
shooting
on
guard.
an air
It
match
was okay,
and has ignored me
but
since.
it's just like the end of the season in the playoffs. Torian
Um,
Prince was a no show, and like
it's
like with game
so
starting game two
I
and all
don't
that stuff,
feel,
they
but I have
benched
a
Torian
healthy
Prince,
distance, if that
which was
makes
a good
sense.
idea. And
He's
we
great
kind of see he
defensively,
only
we'll put
had
it
like
that way.
one game he had zero, another game he had 3 points. So whatever. Wait, the contract wouldn't
Yeah.
even match. So it's like,
No, and
how
that's your
would
right.
they try to trade
And
somebody
so that's basically
and
what's
they
been going
expecting
on. And we
that
can talk about the bad month
the
pretty
Bucks
much
gonna get
every day,
some
like
draft picks out of it.
everybody.
So that I don't
That
understand.
I'm not important in my son's
Toronto is not
life.
going to get rid of their
And
first round pick.
yeah,
Second round pick, maybe. You never know. Oh, okay. So they actually updated the that second round pick that they got with that Wizards trade. It was via Detroit, So they got a second round pick, but they think most likely it may go to the it'd be the 47 pick. That's fine. You never know what you're going to get out of that. So good players do come out of this second round too. It's just people just more worry about in the media itself. They more worry about who comes out of the top 10 and stuff like that. And after that, nobody else matters. It's just like one of those like stupid idiotic things because you never know what player is going to come out of the draft pick in the second round and do very good. You never know that. And okay, yeah, they did update it some more. Okay, got it. So second round, of course, with Detroit, of course, 2026. The Pelicans hold the right to swap. So I don't get how because like the last swap they did, and I think it was last year. Pelicans had like the lowest pick, and suddenly they said the Bucks did. Then they switched it. So I'm completely lost on that, and I think something needs to be done with the NBA draft. I really do think so because certain teams you think like, how this team get the number one pick, or how this team didn't get the number one pick. You know what I mean? It's just strange. It's just really, really strange. So they got the swap, and although this pick is protected, so if it falls between 31 and 55, Utah get that pick back, and if it's fall, after 55, then the Bucks will get that pick. So I don't see any other reason why the Bucks is not going to get that 2026 second round pick. I know that already. And of course, the final time they get to deal with the Pelicans. If 2027, they got the right to swap. So then you got 2028. That's when it start with the Portland deal. Portland holds the right to swap. Which I think Portland around that time probably be a little bit better. So it all depends, what happens with the Bucks. But I think Portland would be a little bit better. They already extended Chauncey Billups' contract, so he's gonna be there for a while. Nothing on 2029. Then 2030. This is the final one. Portland holds the right to swap. So after they done with Portland, then they still got their 2031 first round pick. But they didn't show their 2032 yet, which they will probably end up getting like after the off season. But after this off season. Okay.
My response has been.
So my thing is this.
Because he's only allowed to hand it out to immediate family. That isn't the.
I don't know how.
I just have a list of people.
That's gonna work.
Told me to give it.
With
And that list is very short.
giving trading Kyle Kuzma to Toronto, and thinking you're gonna get freaking R.J. Barrett.
One person, and then
Which he can play shooting guard and he can also play small forward. So either way. So it's like, how that's gonna work? And plus, the money wise ain't gonna make a difference.
So it's been like a freaking nightmare basically.
So the only option they would do if they want to like make it even is sadly trade either Andre Jackson Jr. or Chris Livingston.
Well,
and the thing is like,
if
I hope they keep both players. So we're just gonna see it just works.
Don't tell me 6, 7, 8 months, however.
And then
later, and expect me to do something when he's in the army.
You getting two players.
It's not like he has just been.
Probably the only thing you can do is probably give Toronto that second round pick,
what's going on?
which is not a guarantee. So like what the Raptors can offer the Bucks that the Bucks can have advantage of. So let's see, 2027 they have their own picks.
the fiance of an army soldier to get discounts.
So let's do 2027 second round.
Yeah.
Just do it that way because Toronto probably in the next few years probably be like in the bottom, but I think either next year or the year after they will be better. They probably will end up being in the play-in. That's a possibility.
Because Jace is his
Um,
son. And it has to be someone he is
but I'm
married
sorry,
to,
but
engaged
you
to,
got to see.
or a blood relative. I told him, Robert
Sorry,
said that I
let
could
me
technically
move this.
do it. I could get the card. I'm like, no. I said, make sure Jace and Alyssa have that option.
Okay, let's just
Because,
add that
I
and let's
want
just
them
try
to
the
be-
trade.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it. Oh wow, that did work.
Nope.
Wait a minute, 22, 23. Oh, okay, yeah. Of course, it's probably worked because the Bucks made free agency. They had like 3 million spare.
And my thing is that
So whatever.
I she put
And plus,
something-
after all this, they still will have 24 million before they
and
pass the
I thought she was.
I think when they get to the first
and now she's
27 million
showing
before they
her
get
colours
into
a
the
lot. Robert's gone.
first apron. Sorry, I just got a yarn, so pardon me. Um okay, 20 million in tax space, and I think around after the 20 million they'll be in like in the first apron. Then when they get the 36 million they spend in the off season, yeah they'll
I said so.
yeah they'll be in the second apron. So I know they're gonna try to watch out for that, and
that Alina wouldn't want to help Robert. I said
defense will be a little bit better for Toronto, and of course more minutes. But the Bucks will get +1 in wins, and defense will be a little bit bad, but 1.93 in offense, so the offense will be a little bit better. So it's like one of those things. Like I don't see, Jay Cargill, right on. But just most importantly, I don't think Toronto will do this trade, even if Milwaukee offered. They will not do that. That's just me. I just think that trade is not going to happen. But crazier things can happen in the off season. But it's just right now I do not see Raptors and Bucks doing this trade, because overall nobody ain't gonna want Kyle Kuzma. So like, although his contract, his pay is like going down for the next few years. And plus, he gotta really like prove himself next season that he's belong with the with this roster. So it's like wait and see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I probably gotta listen to that what Charlotte said on the video. But sorry y'all. Anyways, this trade would not happen. If y'all can come up with something better. But try that one. Let's just see how that goes. But anyways, you guys comment below and let me know what y'all think about this idea, or you have a better idea for the trade instead of what they suggesting in this. Okay, they do got the draft lottery simulator, so you know what? Let's do mock draft. See if I can do it right quick. So all teams. No, do the full draft. Sorry, I'm always getting pop-ups. And do like standard. So let's see. We'll go with NBA. Usually follow NBA standings. We can do that. No ceilings official. We're just gonna try that because I know we're gonna do this again.
This was the other thing. Miguel said that he was hanging out
Let's
with
see.
Robert, And she showed up but waited until somebody would let her in the building so that she could sneak
On
up
the
on
clock.
Robert, see what he was doing.
I'm picking this.
Yeah,
I'm going to go random. Yeah, do auto pick.
of course.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Oh
sounds
wow.
good.
Wizards get Cooper Flag,
Alright,
and
take
he
care,
ain't
love
going in the
you.
first
Bye.
pick. Well, Ace Bailey. Okay. VJ. Okay. Well, shooting guard. 76ers get a combo guard.
Ivy,
Next,
what's the
get the
matter?
center.
In a minute.
I don't know. They got too many centers though. But Trey Johnson from Toronto. Then who knows if they're gonna actually. Oh wow. Okay, 7'2" big man for the
Stop.
Spurs, which I don't think he's gonna get picked right away because the Spurs don't need a center. Portland, another center. Danny Wolf. Corey Campo from Duke. Shooting guard, small forward.
Ivy.
Igor Demian. Shooting guard. Well, he's 6'9". I think he's probably gonna move to the small forward. So shooting guard, small forward for Atlanta. Spurs. Okay, combo guard. Combo forward for the Thunder. Um, Combo guard for Orlando. I don't know. They need a combo guard. Okay, probably be a good fit for Minnesota.
Hold on.
Point guard for Wizards. Okay. Uh, Small forward for the Nets. Heat. Okay, they're going with a shooting guard. Jazz. Okay, power forward. Probably a need. Okay, I think it was a guard. I'm sorry, I missed that. Pacers. Okay, combo forward. Um, Thomas Schroeder. Okay, the center for Thunder. 25th pick. Orlando with Kenny Rivers. Okay. Shooting guard, small forward. Oh wow, next got back to back picks. Ain't that some mm, point guard? Oh yeah, they need some size. Of course, Phoenix does. Not bad for pick. 31st. Okay, 4% big man. Shooting guard for Boston. Um, oh Cam Jones. Okay, he get picked for by Charlotte. That'd be interesting. Um, okay, point guard. Combo forward for Philly. Yeah, maybe so. Okay, shooting guard for the Nets. A center for Detroit. Spurs, another center. Oh, JT Toppin. Okay, by Toronto. Interesting. Tyrese Pollard. Okay. Combo forward for Warriors, which they probably will need anyway. Shooting guard. Uh, Point guard for the Jazz. Shooting guard for Thunder. Small forward for Chicago. Small forward for Orlando and the Bucks. Wait, Hunter Sales. Why they would get a combo guard? Oh, I couldn't even hear what they were saying. But that's my own fault. I decided do this video, and I didn't expect the video to be this long, so I apologize, guys. But yeah, they will do the recap, so we will see. And now we know that it's guaranteed that the Bucks will get a second round pick this year, the 47 pick, and we're probably gonna do a video eventually just to have fun with it, and just go by what they're saying, because it ain't gonna be official. I'm just gonna leave it until they actually do the draft lottery, because I'm not gonna be doing that, or not even it gonna have nothing to do with the Bucks. So it's like, why I want to do the So they say Bucks would get a combo guard, Hunter Sales, 6'5", shooting guard and point guard. Um, they would need, if they gonna go for a guard, they need a true point guard. So no, as I'm saying, we already got a couple of players like on Ryan Rollins. If he stays with, if he's end up staying with the Bucks. Oh, the ball. Okay, you can have it. Um, they either get like a dominant point guard that can like pass first. Um, if they somehow end up getting that, that's one thing. And and they need a center. So let's just say they go for a point guard in the draft, but they can find like a available center in the free agency, like resign Jericho Sims, and also try to look for a good free agent that can be your starting center, or if you're gonna do the routine of having Bobby Portis as your starting center, which like I said, Bobby Portis is getting a little bit better on defense, so I'll be okay with that. That's if he end up accepting his player option. Who knows? But I just know one thing that freaking Brooke Lopez should not be on this team next season. I'm sorry, but I think his time is up. His time is really up. Um, but if the Bucks end up Maxie Raymond from Stanford, 7'1", maybe they can go for that guy. Let me see if there's more information on him. Okay, this was his college numbers in Stanford. 20 points a game, nearly 2 assists, almost 11 rebounds. So they need a person that can like rebound. So he probably would be like a good okay, one of the most underrated bigs in college basketball. Skill set for a 7 footer, can beat you 1-on-1 in the post, no problem. Awesome at stretching out and knock down the catch and shoot three. Which that Giannis will need that type of player that can do catch and shoot. Um, let's see where. Okay, they compare him to Alice Lamb, but more of an athletic Brook Lopez. Okay, fair enough. Um, now this other guy, Daniel Finger, got comparison. Okay, Chris Crawford's English, Marcus Gasol, and Paul Gasol. Yeah, y'all know we did have like half a season. We had Paul Gasol, and he ended up getting injured towards the end of the season. Well, so who knows, that playoff for that year could be a little bit different. You never know. Um, Skilled and versatile big man. Okay, let's see. Good rebounding. Good shot blocker too. Scoring versatility, can score efficiency in the post, and has shown the ability to stretch it forward with shooting. Okay. His basketball IQ. Makes smart decisions and reads the game well, both offensively and defensively. Leadership, a vocal leader on the court known for his work ethic and team first mentality. So, his need to improve. 3-point consistency. Yeah, that's something that probably can be worked on. Lateral quickness, needs to refine his footwork to guard quicker players efficiently. Yeah, true, because we don't need somebody that can't even guard, the point guard when they, try to switch on you. So that we don't need. Um, of course, some players going to end up like needing, strength to build up to how the NBA will be when they start. So that one, is it ain't gonna be like a right away fix, especially like for players that come from college, like because the NBA level is different than a college level. So being physical, that's gonna be a given. So stretch five Brook Lopez, but wait a minute. Maybe the best all round offensive big in the draft. Make a lot of threes, decent feel and passing instincts, ridiculous athleticism. Okay, somebody that can actually move. So I don't know what the person was talking about. That he needs better footwork. We're likely to get punished marking stronger bigs or physical forwards. Lazy defender, but could be due to offense load. The other guy just doesn't show shot blocking instincts. Not great in help. Will be stuck to drop coverage. I don't know about. I really don't know. But then again, that's people they make their assumptions and stuff like that, which it may not even be accurate. Um. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. According to them, it won't be no true point guard that would be in after either after or after the Bucks. Or you saw they saw the combo guard. So there will be some centers that be from the looks of it, it'll be available for them. So it's like either go for that or if you're trying to look for a point guard, try to get a point guard in free agency or just re-sign Ryan Rollins and work with him in the offseason. And no, oh excuse me, I believe Kevin Porter Jr. will probably work out in the offseason. So he's really not concerned because I think that was the biggest steal of the trade deadline that the Bucks have. But let me see more information with this guy before we go. Okay, 18 points a game, nearly 3 assists. That's not good enough. And 5 rebounds. Rebounds okay, but the assists, gotta be a little bit better. Like I said, Bucks need like a point guard, well, a guard that can pass first. If he's gonna be like a point guard, they just need a pass first point guard. Let's see. Good 3-point shooter, nice jumper, nice fast release shooter, nice defender, can handle the ball like a point guard. And they say his flaw is like turnovers. So it's like the Bucks team itself already has a lot of turnovers in the game. So that's something that they don't need. Um, Taking a step back this year with his three ball, but excellent scoring two guard, and he else elsewhere everywhere else. Oh, okay. I can't even pronounce that player's name, but I know he played for Chicago. Um, oh, they compared him to Cam Thomas. Well, this person did. Amazing all-around player, does everything well, has very good size, and can play everywhere. Okay. Crafty scoring guard, good rebounder for a guard, has good handle, underrated on defense. Not the greatest playmaker, which the Bucks do need a playmaker. Um, or maybe it could be something he probably can work on. You never know. He's a hustle guy for sure. Probably something that the Bucks will like. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, Jalen Williams. They compare him to that. Hustle, float game, pull up threat, on ball defense. Huh? I can see them trying to get him, but James Harden's cousin. They surely think that they're gonna get him because he's James Harden's cousin. I don't. I really don't see that. So the athlete on ball defender who shows good footwork, staying in front of opponents, fighting on through the screens. Okay. Smooth shooter off the catch and who's able to launch from NBA range with a hand in his face. Okay. That means he's a great shooter. Active on ball with awareness, fill the space out of transition, cut the basket, and fill space for open threes. Okay. Selfless player who makes quick decisions with the ball, loves to throw lobs and hit the roller off a ball screen. And they just said, like on here, he's not a good passer. So it's like half of these people that be posting on here, it's like you don't even know what to believe. Like really. Okay, let's see. Possess elite levels of field to go to scoring potential. Okay. Can hang in the air, absorb contact or contest from lengthener defenders, and still score with finesse. Good paint scorer with a soft touch from any angle and off either foot. Slippery ball handler who knows how to use head and ball fakes to trick opponents. Yeah, that's what some of the team lacks of. So, okay, they said weaknesses. Lacks experience shooting threes off screens and handoffs. Probably something he'll get better on 2 time. How real is his jumper? He made only 25% threes over the first 2 seasons at Gonza before exploding as a junior in Wake Forest. In high school, he made 35% of his threes and 76% on free throws. Need to Needs to get stronger, improve with defensive floor. How he could get overpowered by some of the elite athletes in the league. No, everybody gonna have to get stronger. Like that's just the thing for like all rookies. Like some of them will end up have to get stronger, and it's just that. Okay, so okay, low key taking a slight step back from last year. So okay, so that's the only thing this person said was like weakness. Low key talking on a slight step back from last year. Okay. Oh, Nia Jax won. Are you kidding me? Nobody want to see that. Oh, but then again, she never got her rematch. So yes, she did. She did like a few weeks later. So I don't get why. Like I'm glad that Nia Jax had her championship run, but no. That's just my opinion. But I admit the guy does seem promising, but some people say he can pass, some people say he can't pass, so it's like one of those things. You don't know what to believe. So I'll just wait, on if they end up getting him on draft night, it'll just be a wait and see. See what the analysts and stuff says. But I know half the time you can't trust the analysts either. But like I said, it's just a wait and see. So we'll see, what happened. So okay, I think I went back too far, but oh well. Anyways, I'm gonna end this for you. Sorry, I'm gonna end this video. Comment, guys, if you want. Would you see like a better trades or what draft picks that the draft pick that the Bucks should get, or do you think they're gonna try to either move up or try to somehow get a first round pick, which I don't know how that's possible, but I guess things can happen. But yeah, like wait and see. Like this video. Please give it a like. Also, subscribe to us. Not only we do Bucks content, but we also do wrestling, comic book movies and TV news, and developments that's going on in the city of Milwaukee. So yeah, you get a chance, check those videos out. We got over 2,600 videos and counting. So you get a chance, check them out. And plus, we're one of the longest ranking channels on YouTube. So, that should get y'all thirsty. So we got more content. Of course, we're going to have more content coming on this week and this year as well. So get a chance, check out the content. Also, check out the website, WrestleFansSpeakout.weebly.com. We have videos like this, updated events that's going on in the Midwest. Photos that we took, at wrestling events and also Bucks events. So we should be posting more real soon because I know we need to post more pictures. Also, you get videos like this as well. So go ahead, check it out. Thank Mike and Robin Thompson and Midwest Wrestling Collectibles for sponsorship. You can check out Midwest Wrestling Collectibles on YouTube. Not YouTube, but Facebook. If you're looking for figures or DVDs, VHS, they got it all. So anyways, that's it for me. Of course, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, so please do me a favor and check on your friends because they might need it, or check on your family as well because they might end up needing the help. So please think about them. Until the next video, you guys have a good one. See you later.